welcome back to my channel, Smoking and Grilling, and today we making a beef and potato stew with me, AB. Now if you're new to my channel, listen, this channel is all about taking the mystery out of making these recipes. You know, things that we used to go to our grandmama. All we knew is Granny would be in the kitchen with that tall pot, we looking up, and it took forever, but then when we sat down for dinner, listen, wasn't it good? So listen, I just want to show you with our busy schedule in today's society, this is how you can make it super easy. And listen, here's the key, this is the pro tip. Listen, get the recipe and get all your ingredients and get them lined out. That makes it super simple for you to just go ahead, dump them in, stir it up, set your crock pot and get it in. And with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and get right into this video. Okay, what you see here, listen, we want to start with, you want to go ahead and start cubing our chuck roast. This one right here was like 2.5 pounds. So remember this, listen, the size of the chunks or the cubes that you make, that's the size it's going to be. It's going to shrink just a little bit. And right here, I'm just showing you guys, how I did it. You can see the streaks of fat. Listen, we want to trim that. So right here, you see that fat right there? What I'm doing is I'm just cutting it, just trimming it, because you don't want that fat to be, that greasy film, inside of your stew. So just go ahead and cut them. Again, I'm trimming right here. And then again, you just want to go ahead and cut them into whatever size bites you would like for them to be inside of your stew. Now here, I just take the onion. I'm just gonna go ahead and dice it up. And listen, we just wanna have a half a cup of diced onions. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can go over a little bit. It's really up to you. Once you made this, you can tailor make this recipe, to fit your needs and fit your taste buds. But right here, we just wanna start with just a half a cup of diced onions. Now in a bowl, you want to add your flour, salt, and pepper, together. You want to mix it well, and then you want to get your beef cubes, and you want to take your beef cubes and coat them on all sides. And then we're going to add the coated beef cubes. And what we're going to do is we're going to brown them. We're going to put them in a hot skillet with a little bit of that extra virgin olive oil, and then we're going to brown all sides. Now you want to add a couple of tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to your pan. You want to get your pan, you want to bring it up to a medium heat. And then after you finish coating all of your beef cubes, you want to go ahead and add it to the pan. Remember, listen, we just want to brown it. We don't want to cook them. So listen, it's not going to be cooked thoroughly. Sometimes when you flip them over, you're going to be able to see a little bit of red. But what we're doing is we just want to add a little bit of color to our cubes. And that's going to make it, for a great presentation when you're done. So once you're done browning all of the sides of your beef cubes, then go ahead and just dump them inside of your crock pot, including the drippings. That's where your flavor's at. And then we're gonna go ahead and move to cutting up our potatoes. Now here, size is up to you how you want to do it. Just keep in mind the size that you cut them, they got to go in your mouth. If you want bite size, you can cut them bite size. If you want them want them to be a little bit bigger, you can cut them a little bit bigger, break them with a fork or a spoon, however you want to do it. But then once you get them cut, then you can see right here, I cut them into fours also, 1/4. So we'll just call that quarters. Then I just go ahead and start adding everything to the crock pot. So we had the beef cubes after they were browned. We came back and then we put the potatoes, we got onions, then we got that W sauce, and then we'll just continue on. Look, this right here is a fire roasted diced tomatoes. This right here is another little, key pro tip. using fire roasted tomatoes, that's awesome. And then we come back with dried oregano, you know, and then the rest of the ingredients, you got paprika. And then listen, there's one thing you didn't see me do right here. Listen, I gotta tell you this. Okay, right here you see I'm adding the garlic. You know, that's one garlic clove. I use my spoon, you know, to break it, open it up. And what you did not see me do is I added 3 cups of beef broth. Remember, 3 cups of beef broth, and then you want to stir it and get it all mixed up. And then, you know, finally, then the last thing you do is you add, listen, you can add 1. It depends on if the bay leaf is big. It could be 1 big bay leaf, and you can see the bay leaves I had right there were kind of small, so I went ahead and used just 3. And then right here, listen, I'm setting it. We're gonna cook it on high. I cooked it on high for 5.5 hours. If you want to cook it on low, you double it. So that would have been 11 hours on low. So with that being said, you guys, that's what it looks like once it's done. That right there came out real nice. And if it comes out a little bit, you know, a little bit too much liquid, you can always add 2 tablespoons. I call this a slurry. You can mix 2 tablespoons of flour, a tablespoon of butter, you know, and a little water, and then add it to your liquid, and that will help thicken it up, and then cook it for about 15 minutes. So tell me what you guys think about that there. I want you guys to leave a comment down below and let me know. Did you know that making a beef and potato stew was really just this easy? So remember, that's what this channel is about. Just, you know what, just taking the mystery out of cooking, you know, doing our prep work first and getting everything readily available. And then from there, we go ahead and, you know, create these amazing dishes. And I can tell you this crock pot right here does it all. And listen, you can do it in the crock pot or you can do it in the stove. I like doing it on the crock pot because listen, you can cook it throughout the day. You can come in from a cold day, you know what I mean, and get your soul warmed up, and you don't have to worry about when you're on the fire, it's got to be like super low so that you don't burn anything on the bottom of the pot. And with that being said, you know what? Listen, if you guys are new to my channel, let me go ahead and just say, hey, welcome to my channel. You know what? Go ahead and don't forget to subscribe. And if you like this video, hit the like button. And with that being said, you guys, you know what? I'm out. Peace.